Everybody, we're going to make your final paper hat for Red Ribbon Week. And if you're using the red bulletin board paper in school, your final hat should sort of look like this. And if you need to put some tape on it, you can put it on the edges to make it a little bit smaller. And you can also fold these points over. So if you did the practice run, you're all set. And you can put some tape here. And if you're at home, you're going to be using newspaper. So let's go through how to do these. The first thing you want to do, whether you have the red bulletin board paper or you have the newspaper, is to do your folds. Maybe a little bigger. You want to have at least one fold sheet. You could make it two if you want it a little thicker, but that's up to you. So we want to have that folded over and ready to go. And this one, if you have the bulletin board paper, it's going to be a little bit smaller, but should be still be really nice for and big enough for your head, and we're going to decorate it. So what we want to do is find out where the longer side is. So when we look at it, we say, okay, well, this one is definitely longer. We're going to go ahead and put that at the top of our paper and fold it down. So our shorter side to our shorter side. And fold. And leave it there so that our fold is at the top. Just leave it right like that. Don't turn it. So I can do the same thing with my newspaper. So I have my fold at the top. And we're going to go ahead and put the points together. And what we want to do that, you want to grab your corners of your top and put them together. But try not to cross them over, kind of like you're making the point for a paper airplane. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you don't want to cross them over. We're just going to make corners with our paper. So let me show you that. We're taking this corner, and we're going to go across and down and just kind of hang on to it. And we'll do the same thing with this one and try to make them meet up at the bottom and then fold them down. So I'm trying not to cross them over. It's okay if you do, but it'll make your hat a little smaller. It's no big deal. So this is what it'll look like. So one fold over. Let's look at our creases in here. One fold over and another fold over. If you did this on the practice run, you probably know that construction paper and bulletin board paper and newspaper, they are pretty good. If you make a mistake, like say you turned your paper over when you shouldn't, you got to have your flaps at the bottom here to put your head in. So it's the same thing with the newspaper. They're pretty forgiving if you get it upside down. And the newspaper is a little easier because you can see the fold in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold that one down. And fold that side down, kind of like I would be making a wide paper airplane. And I will push them down. Now, depending on what kind of newspaper you have, you might have a wider brim for the bottom of your hat, or you might have a more narrow one. This one's going to be small. I'm going to flip up one side of my bottom pieces of paper for one side of the hat, and then flip it over and do the other. So we'll do the same thing on the red, but then we need to get out our tape. So make sure you have something to write with, because we're going to write on these for Red Ribbon Week. But let me show you on the red. The red's going to have a wider brim. So I'm flipping up one side here to the folds I made, just one. And then I'm going to flip it over and flip this other side up. But it's the same problem. You might need, your hat might be really, really big. You might need to hold it down with some tape, tuck your corners in, whatever you need to do. But your hat is done as far as the folds are concerned. So that's it. And you can wear it with the point facing the front or the side. But don't be afraid to put some tape on this if your red paper or your newspaper wants to fold apart when your brim goes on it. So get that tape out and put some tape where you think you might need it to hold your folds together. I'll put some here. And if you have a nice wide brim on yours with your newspaper, you're all set anyway, because newspaper likes to do this a little bit better than bulletin board paper. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this up and tape my corners. And then I will go ahead and decorate it. For our decorations, If you have newspaper, it's kind of hard to see. So you might want to get, if you have paint at home, that would be great. But we want to say on the flaps, we want to say, be happy, be brave. And then on the other side, we're going to say on the big part, be drug free. So here it is on the regular hat. I just use black crayon. Be happy and be brave. And then on the other side that doesn't have the flaps, be drug free. Now you can see on my newspaper hat, I use some tape. If you need tape, go ahead. But you're all set. You can decorate your brim and add some things if you need to. And if you feel like you need some tape, that's good. You want to wear these when you are doing your performance for PE. So this is your art credit for this part of Connect. All parts of Connect are covered. And you want to definitely add your name so that you can keep using just your hat when you practice your dance. So go ahead and make your letters look wonderful. Maybe add something fun on the brim of your hat or on the edges. This is yours to be personal with whatever way you like. Try your hat on for size. And remember, if it's too big, you could put some tape here on the end points to make it a little smaller so that it won't fall off your head. So have fun with your project. Please send me a message in private chat if you have any questions, and just make sure that you turn it in before you record your performance. Have a great time.